Okay. If I do that. Hello. I'm hoping this works. I mean, hopefully it's at least better than last time. Not sure how many of you were here for the last time we were streaming, but it was pretty awful. I kind of ran into a lot of problems, and I still am not 100% certain if everything is working perfectly right now. But as long as we're here, I might as well just end up chatting a little bit. As you can see in the corner, we got the top chat screen. I don't know if I'm going to do a face cam at all at some point. I've prepared like different streaming things. It's like the stream will begin in like the timer. I do enjoy that, but yeah, that's like all not really related to what we're doing. So over here, it's like this is basically like an adventure map that I mean, I've been working on and off on. It's not necessarily like a big one like Aztec Labs or anything that's like story driven and all that kind of stuff. This one was more of like an experiment. So I wanted to be able to work in the Halo texture pack, and not many people want to work in the Halo texture pack, mostly because it's not a really widespread pack at the moment, and a lot of people just don't own it or don't want to buy it at all. At the moment, I think that it would be kind of an interesting project, at least. So, yeah, it's like there's main things that I've been trying to work on that I would want to like put in different videos like myself, like right here, chiseled stone brick monster egg. I was actually experimenting with this earlier, that apparently like if you have commands, like that's the only way that like tools can destroy items. So when I look here, it says like give at P, which basically means the nearest player, diamond pickaxe, and it can destroy blocks of that certain type. I wanted to have it so that it like destroyed all like chiseled stone bricks, but apparently there's not really an option for that. The only option is destroy stone brick, and like there are different like types of stone brick that like you get into. Like I think stone brick, like the chiseled, is part of like maybe 2, like block ID 2 or 3 or something like that. But you can't do that with commands like you can like here. So what I would have to do is I would have to like instead work around that by using monster egg, and that way it's like it only like I would only have it built out monster eggs for these types of blocks, which is a very interesting workaround, but I think that it's quite interesting and clever. So we'd be able to grab a diamond pickaxe. We'd probably rename it or something. Maybe not even make it a diamond pickaxe, like make it an iron one or something like that. I mean, diamond does look really cool in this texture. I mean, we can kind of look at that though. I mean, all the pickaxes, like, or at least the wooden and stone, don't quite look normal. I mean, the wooden one is very much green in its stature. The stone is completely like reddish. Iron is definitely iron-like. Yeah, I think the diamond one's the coolest looking one. It's just that it's like the others are definitely unique, but I'm not sure how much I'd want like really fragile pickaxes be a part of that. So anyway, I'm just going to show around like what I've already built, just because as much as like I can ramble on about the ideas of the future, you guys probably want to know more about what this map is right now. So over here we have a base. I believe that the spawn point of the world, well, yeah, I like to do this, like have the spawn point of the world be 0, 0, just because it's a void world, it's easier to do it like that. The people, I think, maybe spawn in facing this direction. I don't know what direction they face in when they first spawn in the world, but it's basically like this is just a spaceship kind of standard stuff, kind of patrolling the Halo rings. If we actually change the settings a little bit, I got my keyboard off to the side here. So, well, I can't even see the commands now that I really look at it. But anyway, let's just pretend like we know how to type and say day. Oh, I think it's time set. Time. Okay, it does go a little bit above, so time set, and then we can just have it be midnight. It's probably the only time I've actually enjoyed having the thing pop up. So, right over here, it's all night. Very interesting with the texture. It's like you're basically in the spaceship, kind of patrolling around, like you would do if you're a person in the Space Corps. But yeah, it's like then you go over this way. I mean, I might add more to the ship eventually, but for now, all I have is just a teleport module. You step into here. It says the system says teleported soldiers successfully. You have been teleported. That's going to go away once the map actually goes up. But it also sets the day, which is very convenient in the fact that, well, we don't really need it to be night all the time. It was mostly the matter of like, oh, that looked like space, not necessarily that, oh, it was just that the stars were out. So anyway, like over here, what I want to do is I want to be able to have this whole entire area look a little bit nicer. I of course have my just standard like whatever like testing blocks, but eventually I'll definitely want like structures, and it's a little bit hard to build in the texture pack that I'm not very used to. Oh, we have a comment that just appeared in the corner of the screen. Thank you very much for your comment on the nice looking map. It's definitely a work in progress at the moment. Like I was doing this on and off of the terraforming. I'll definitely want to add some tall grass at this place at one point, but yeah. It's mostly like an experimental map. If you want like a really finished map, I should probably have a link to Aztec Labs in the description. But yeah, it's like right now I'm just trying to figure out what we want to have as structures. Right now I'm kind of basing off my structures off of the Halo mashup pack, because we have different buildings that are pre-built there. Because this thing, I mean, it's not... What do you think about it? It's like, I'm not sure if it's really the... It's not very grand looking structure. I feel like if it was to be grander, it needs to be much higher scale. And it definitely can't be climbed on. I don't want a player to be above this point and realize that basically this is just a flat plane. It's like the good thing about working on this kind of map with the sloping up walls is that no one can see the outside. I want the illusion to basically be set in. So anyway, let's just quickly be able to get together some blocks here. I want to probably have some sort of a structure. Chiseled quartz. Let's actually create a military base. Like the base over there, the block palette there, probably. Man, flying is so slow in this version. So we have blocks of quartz, birch, spruce, and is that it? Yeah, basically. Yeah, thanks. It's like I'm not very much of a terraformer. This was probably my first big project on that kind of thing. But yeah, it's like I already had a lot of the blocks here. Okay, so I'm definitely a lot more of a redstone guy, if you can't tell. It's like I'm not too big on command blocks, but I definitely can do item sorters in the various like no cheat shops. Like that's mostly what I specialize in. It's mostly like these adventure maps that I try to get my hands dirty and do a little bit more of the building. I think this should be inset a little bit. I don't think it looks quite right if it's just a flat wall. Kind of been getting into the groove of like trying to figure out what looks good and what doesn't. By the way, is the music playing? Because I'm not actually sure if you're hearing music in the background right now. This is my first stream that I've done on YouTube. I have done one stream on Twitch, and it's not. It was basically over a redstone maze that I was creating, because that was mainly the thing I wanted. Like, it was a concept of mazes suck in Minecraft, normally anyway. Mazes, like, the problem is it's luck-based. So, yeah, okay, so the music is playing, that's a very good thing. It's like, mazes are definitely a luck-based strategy that you basically kind of go around, and you end up just kind of not really. It's hard to explain. It's I'm kind of struggling trying to build and explain at the same time, but it's mainly that whenever you go around the maze, you kind of just bump into the walls. It's like what I wanted to do was have it so that you have like levers and stuff that you pull, and that was basically what I built in the live stream. It was a concept that I eventually ported into Aztec Labs as well, and I'm glad I did, just because it ended up being quite a good kind of a concept to do. Yeah, it's like I have some designs for a maze. I mean, half of me almost wasn't sure of what kind of a live stream I wanted to do, just because there is a lot of projects that I have been kind of going about and trying to like complete. Craftaway is definitely one that's like I kind of want to keep towards the videos, at least for the beginning. I'm wondering if this should be like a inside structure. I feel like what would be good is just to have this be actually a building that you go into, and then there's like a exiting door, maybe like somewhere over here, and then like bridges over the rivers. Yeah, I keep getting sidetracked. So it's like this live stream, it's like I was trying to come up with like kind of an idea of what I wanted to do, because I do have those projects, and I just decided, hey, like a Halo map would be kind of a good concept. I have been working on this on and off, even like during Aztec Labs, like before that map released. Now, I'm wondering if the connection is like sputtering a little bit, like I probably should have had my stream settings open just to make sure that the stream connection stayed good. I mean, of course, my internet connection should be alright. It's like I normally have an upload speed of 10 megabytes per second, or 30, I mean. I have 10 on here because I'm using the Elgato streaming service. Oh, Wi-Fi, yeah. I mean, that can also make sense. Let's see here. These should be hallways. This doesn't make sense. If we have it, instead of having it be like that, we have it be like this, it's almost like it insets into the wall, and hopefully that gives a better impression. I think that works anyway. Then we have a nice little ceiling. What's the ceiling? Oh right, yeah, we had barriers. That's like the one thing that's like kind of missing here. We can have these stripes going across. I mean, I don't like the like lined effect that it does on the side of the blocks, but whenever you do it parallel, it just all kind of like marks it off. I wish that these blocks were rotatable just for that reason, so you'd be able to have like different directions, but unfortunately they're just birch planks. So anyway, how's your day been going? It's like my day has pretty much been just started with this stream, because right now at my local time it's 12:45, and I like to sleep in. I keep building, and yet I should probably be focusing on the looks rather than the function of that. So I have it be, this wall is just a block of quartz as well. Oh, whoa, I never actually noticed the bottoms. Wait, do the tops do that? No, the tops... Oh, well that's actually something I should see if I could utilize, because obviously this looks like a pretty good floor pattern in like some ways. Like maybe if you had like a grate, then that could work. And then the bottoms, it almost like gives a 3D effect. That it's like the bottoms are like poking out a little bit. Oh, really? Oh, man. Say, Is it like that happened on the Bedrock edition, or did that happen like on Java? Because obviously Java is a little bit more like buggy in that kind of way, and I could kind of understand that happening. But yeah, it'd kind of suck if it froze up just in the middle of you trying to make sure it didn't lose all your progress in that kind of a way. But yeah. Oh, Bedrock on Xbox One. So probably like... Is that like from Realms then? I haven't really toyed too much with like that kind of stuff. I probably should back up most of my worlds. Like a lot of the worlds that matter to me, I use Realms, and then I just like port it over to the Windows 10 edition. Yeah, bye. Don't like this wall. Should there be... Actually, yeah, I think I have a vision, and I don't want to lose it. Because I think that we could just have it be like this, and then we'd have a bridge. Like, not necessarily like a standard bridge, but like just a flat platform that goes out and then into a staircase. So like the building maybe would be a little bit... I don't want the building to be too tall, though. That's the problem. We can make it work. So we can have like a small grate here opening. Yeah, it would work. Well, thanks for the support, but if you haven't seen me build, well, maybe you'd be more convinced that I'm definitely not the type to always make things work. Of course, I always like to joke about that kind of stuff, that I'm not the best builder, and I can still come up with stuff. It's just, it takes a lot of struggle for me to be able to finally work up to a good design that I enjoy myself in the end. Because I wouldn't say I'm a terrible builder, it's just I'm definitely not up in the best. So, forward. So, there's that. It kind of closes in. Maybe it should be out. I do like this music, especially this specific track. I actually used it quite a bit for my outro screen for a while. Okay, let's worry about gravity now. Yeah, it's always good to know that like a lot of people definitely struggle with being able to gain the confidence in like a lot of these types of like builds and things. It's like it really is like a common problem that's like especially newbies like myself to the craft. I mean, I'm not a newbie at Minecraft. I would consider myself actually quite the veteran in like knowing a lot of the various technicalities. But yeah, building is I don't like there needs to be some sort of variation, almost like a thing down the middle. But of course this wouldn't work because it does this. So, yeah. I'm wondering if we lost our one viewer, because right now my streaming thing says that there are no viewers watching. So I'm forever alone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm still going to build this. Probably going to do this stream for about an hour. Other planks. I mean, this one... Does this one go a different direction? No, they all go the same direction. Oh, you are still here? Huh. That's funny. It's kind of strange because like my software at the bottom of the screen, like it says like one viewer like watching sometimes, and it's like it's a little bit odd that like sometimes it just disappears. But yeah, messed up the door textures. Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like stressing out so much on Aztec Labs, the adventure map I created, just because it was like I broke a door and tried to place it back down, and I was like, it's wrong. No, I should like, is there an undo function? It's like I messed up the texture. It's like apparently all doors are like that now, so not really much I can do about that. Sometimes the music really changes very suddenly. It's almost like it like stops in the middle of the song. Okay, I'm not sure if glowstone would work. I mean, having too much glowstone in one line can be an eyesore. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. The Norse mythology. I think that's one of the packs I own. It's like I actually bought quite a bit on like the Xbox One edition of the game, just because I didn't want to pay for like the coins on the other edition, and I was able to just transfer it over, and it worked out pretty well. So I think I have that one, Skyrim. I bought like quite a few that I'm probably never going to really make very popular maps for, just because not many people own them. But anyway. It's like I bought them just because they're really good packs. I think I also have the Greek one, but they really are unique, and I do like the packs. It's just kind of a shame that because they're not free, it can be kind of hard to get people to use them. Sea lanterns also seem like they'd have that problem. I mean, they are animated, which is cool. Actually, I use sea lanterns, that's the problem. Your game froze again trying to back up that? Man, kind of the toughest of luck. Shulker boxes. It's a weird way to build. I mean, the texture on the top. Let's say if I use... Wait, what's the default shulker box texture? Like, is there not like a... Is it like different from the others? It's not really. I don't know what this default texture is. I thought that the default was purple, so I just assumed that there was only a purple shulker box, but alright. Maybe if we use white, then we'd be able to like get... It's still an eyesore. Yeah, let's just clear the inventory. They are very good storage boxes. Like, I wish I had more on the Craftaway realm, just because like I would love to use them all the time. Yet like I have 2 because I'm too lazy to go out end raiding. It's a little bit bright. Half of me likes it. I also know that the droppers and the dispensers have... Oh, the dispenser... Oh, wait, no, dispenser... Huh, they're all the same texture, so... Oh, right, yeah, the bookshelves have the same textures of, like, the wooden stuff at the top and bottom. I'm still going to keep the furnace in my inventory because I think that that one's probably the closest I've gotten to having what I really want there. I forgot blue ice even existed. I mean, it's definitely not the greatest thing in this map here, but it's something I'll want to keep in mind. Great Wall is way too complex. You know, this whole entire struggle would have been like averted if like these could have worked. But of course, I'm extraordinarily picky with this just because I don't want this thing to be so... I just don't want it to be too flat is my problem. Anyway, I'm just going to leave that for now. Yeah, it's like the blue ice can definitely be like overwhelming at first. It's like I've seen people like want to downgrade some of their systems. This can be a little bit... Oh, actually. Some people just like combine packed ice and blue ice just to make it slower, just because it really is fast. I can agree with them on that. It's like you don't need that fast to travel, but I just built that. Okay. And matchy matchy. I mean, I would say what I really need is light. Now that I think about it, do I actually... I'm not even sure if I have much light in, like, the beginning. Yeah. Spent all morning building that tunnel. Yeah, it's like... I'll admit that survival stuff like that, yeah, I don't even think the blue ice can even be mined very quickly, so that would also be really a unfortunate thing to tear down. What if I just had quartz? Yeah, I was considering it earlier, but it doesn't really work in this context. Alright, the arrows still are here. If I just have arrows pointing that way. I mean, it's a little bit odd, I'll admit, but it's kind of funny. I'm wondering if some of these songs are replaying again, although I'm also not 100% certain if I, Yeah, I'll work out something with like the YouTube or the music eventually. It's like these are just royalty-free songs that I use for my videos, and I decided some of them can be good as like background stuff. So I have it like that. They work? Are you talking about these things? I mean, if you say they work, then maybe I'll keep them. But I'm not 100% certain. You might be talking about these things, probably, but I'll leave them. If I find something else that's better, I guess I'll figure that out. But then I'll need like some sort of staircasey thing. I'm wondering if this is too close to the river. Yeah, the music definitely is quite good, like, just in some ways. Yeah, that's all good, that's all good. Phone keyboards can definitely be quite annoying at times. I think that looks better. That totally looks better. I'm sticking with that. Although now that I look at it, I'm almost thinking that this is exactly what I did for... No, it's actually not exactly what I did for Aztec Labs. So by the way, have you actually seen my adventure map of Aztec Labs though at all? I'm not... Oh, Hope in Your Realm is okay. Yeah, that's... It's definitely not... I'm hoping for the best for you. I'm hoping that it does end up working out. But yeah, it's like, I'm not sure if you're new to the channel or if you just like have been around and have seen like my Aztec Labs videos, but it was a project I'm definitely proud of. Started it in beginning of July last year and ended it May 24th. I'll probably stream Aztec Labs like at some point later on in the future, but definitely not right now. I kind of want to wait a little bit for the map to age maybe a little, and then I'll revisit it. This is the stair texture is just kind of weird, like in general. Does it do that here? Oh my, this is... It just... Apparently the stair texture just like takes the sides of the blocks. It really has to be done at a correct angle because some of these textures just do not look right at all. So yeah, they definitely follow this. If you look like closely and stuff, it's like they definitely look like it. Oh yeah, the Discord chat. Oh, I like this song. So yeah, I've definitely been not very active lately. Not sure if I like the transition. Does normal... Actually, is this normal? Yeah, it is normal quartz. I can probably get just a quartz stair. Wherever that might be. Quartz stairs. Bam, that's a lot more consistent. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever like the textures are like that on the sides and stuff, it's like you can definitely see how the game renders the textures for like all of the different blocks. It's definitely not standard procedure whenever it ends up being like this. I do like the quartz though. The quartz actually kind of works for it. Yeah. Let's try and get this correct here. I think this would be better if my inventory was better, but regardless of that, I need to do this. I'll have to like break some of these blocks to get it correct, but I think that having it be like this at least makes it flow a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. I think this needs to be something like that. I'm betting if you like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily the person to go to on troubleshooting realms. I'm wondering. I mean, if you like contact like Mojang or whatever, I mean, they probably would be able to work out something. But is like your world just like that crazy, and that like there's a lot of like contraptions and stuff within there? Or is it just that for some reason it's failing? So I can understand it if like the world's just like imploding upon itself, you know. This should be that. Eventually here I should probably have banners. Banners would actually be a really cool thing to have. To just be able to like mark the whole entire space core as a single entity that has like some sort of logo to it. I haven't really designed very many logos, but in creative mode obviously I can do a lot, especially because I can use like the enchanted golden apples and the creeper faces. But looking here, I'm wondering if these should be visible. I mean, half of me thinks not. I'll kind of look at it and see if it looks too bulky. Just because, like, as much as I hate a plain texture, I feel like having the quartz on the outside isn't the best thing for it. Oh, right, yeah. Those were blocked off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm probably not going to worry about the banners in this stream, though, just because that would really take up a lot of my attention span. or my attention in general, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. I want it to be symmetrical, even if it's a little bit off, like on one side or another. It's like I just want the whole entire building as a whole to look normalmente. Man, that wasn't even correct grammar in Spanish. Normalmente means normally. It's like I want it to look good normally. And let's patch the hole in the ground. I'll admit, that is looking a lot nicer than just having a random teleport module in the middle of nowhere. Actually, we probably... Actually, if we have it so that like the hallways go around the corner and into here, then we don't need to really worry about taking up too much space or anything. It's like the whole entire confinement would just be like back here, and I don't think that would be in the vision of the place there. Because if you haven't caught up on it, it's like the reason why this whole entire thing is designed the way it is so that when you're in this building, you don't end up being able to see the actual like structure over there. See, it's like when you try to look at these windows, you're not close enough view. And if we build something there, I don't think that it would obstruct the view either, because it would be in the middle. It wouldn't even be at the edges where it is visible. Better have not left any holes. Yeah, I think that's alright. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Which one is it? It's called Future So Bright. Lovely. Yeah, it did take me a while to figure out the right dimensions that I could have it and not have it be blocked off. It's like if I look down here, I guess I got rid of most of it, but it used to be like a whole entire stone platform that I created that mapped it out. Most of the stone just kind of goes unused because most of it was built above, but it was just that I used like commands to try and like fill the area in. That was interesting to do. Oh, the realm is finally working. That's awesome. Finally, you can mine the crafts. Alright. Just like I'm mining the crafts. Right about now. Ooh, so fun. Alright. Let's get into this a little bit more. I don't... It's still going to be kind of blocky, but hopefully once I get the block on the outside, I can see what parts of like the outer wall I can get rid of and how I can get the detailing done. Because obviously, like, I can obviously detail it up by like adding holes in it or something, or like maybe even just adding a pattern. Like I could just do something like this on the sides, and already that like gives it a little bit of oh, that wasn't even intentional. It's like done in an interesting way. It's like these are upside down and these are actually, those ones are right side up. I don't know. I don't know. That was more of a demonstration, but I actually do kind of like the look of that. Let's actually go with it. Let's actually try and go with this one. Oh, I haven't messed with command blocks either. Well, I haven't messed much. I have, technically, because that's how the teleport module works over there. I'm not sure if you were in the stream with that, but yeah, it's like I am definitely like trying to experiment with which command blocks I would prefer. It was just more like when I was filling in this area, it was just like fill commands. Like, you know, you have like the screen here, and then you just do like /fill and stuff. It's like, honestly, the blocks I don't have too much use for, just because mostly those I use for scripted events that like having the night change from night to day, and trying to teleport a person, and not much else actually. I mean, the diamond pickaxes don't even need command blocks to do. I can just like do those with the give command. What if I do this? That too much. That is probably too much. All right. So slowly but surely, we have ourselves a nice corner design, which we'll have to worry about lighting eventually, but right now we're not going to worry too much about it. Is this being used? It's not being used. Awesome. Okay. Because I like having these pillars. They like, it's kind of a staple of mine. I guess it's not necessarily copyrighted by me. It's not like I have the exclusive rights, but it's more like, it's definitely something that I do quite a bit because it's one of the easiest ways to create depth in hallways that works out to most of the time. Because depth in hallways is most definitely a necessity. Just because, like, if you don't have that, it can look a little bit odd, and I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. It's like you get tunnel vision, basically. It's like you see movement as you go through it, but you're like just kind of getting nauseous at the same time. It's like you don't want to give players or like even just viewers like a sense of like dizziness. Although this can also provide a sense of dizziness in its own right. Okay, let's actually get the other side. I mean, I would really liking... Actually, let's do the lights now. Let's not get too boring with the whole entire... just repetition. Let's see here. So this is a trick on the Bedrock edition that I really enjoy that wasn't possible on pretty much any other edition of the game. If I can just find it, bam, and then all we need is just some sort of light source block. Glowstone's good enough. It's not like you're going to see it. It's just that you are able to have pieces of glowstone. That's not right. Just redo. You have pieces of glowstone here. Of course, it needs to be patched from the other side, but it was going to be patched anyway. and then you have slabs on top slabs, and that actually provides light because slabs are completely transparent, which is awesome. Not just pseudo-transparent, like completely transparent. It's not what I wanted. There we go. Because I remember when I was working with console edition of Minecraft, like when I was working Xbox One and stuff, it's like I remember cauldrons used to be like a really big thing. Because cauldrons were also transparent, and it's like the problem was that it's like you could definitely tell it was a cauldron. It's just because like playing Minecraft for a while, you pick up on those things, and like with the slabs though, it's like you don't have any idea where the light's coming from. And yeah, it's coming from like a very clever source, just right from the ground, and it like has a way of illuminating it without having it be bad in any way. It's unobtrusive lighting. Should have a video called that. Unobtrusive lighting. Yeah, it definitely is a very useful little trick. Another really useful trick is if I can figure out a better alternative to my little chat screen in the corner. I used to like it because it used to be like a dark theme, like it had the black background, but right now it's white, and I don't know, for some reason like I don't necessarily enjoy having like a very bright chat screen in the corner. I'll have to figure out something with that, but yeah, I like to go off topic. Let's. I'm wondering if I can like just do like that. I can probably stop it there because then it goes into this normal territory. Yeah, that seems pretty normal. Did I redo these? Okay, I did. Short-term memory. Pillars. Let's see how much longer I want to do this stream for, though. At first I was kind of thinking I'll probably end it at like 1:30, but problem is that's like 7 minutes from now, and I mean, we haven't even finished the structure yet. I feel like we should almost like probably finish the structure and then like maybe do some decoration as well, and that would be a good place to end it. So we'll hopefully be able to go through the necessary requirements and make this place look all good. Bam bam. Thanks. It's like I normally have my building palette done beforehand, but there are like some things that I definitely like wanted to figure out kind of as we went into the stream. So although this is a flat wall, technically there definitely are ways to be able to make this stick in and like have various, well, variation. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's just like, even though it looks flat now, I know that hopefully in the future that will be all fixed. Let's actually like fix some of it now, because I know that the sides really shouldn't be like this. So it should really be like this, and then kind of go slanting in the corners. I see that's good right there. Oh yeah, this is actually starting to look like a kind of a halo structure. Of course, it probably needs blocks other than the spruce, but right now it's like it at least has that shape. It definitely has that feel that I was kind of going for, which is nice. I think it's right here that I shift over, yeah, because it goes right up against that block. I remember using this music that's playing right now for like one of the Aztec Labs trailers. Did it go further? It went a little bit further. I mean, the problem is symmetry, and I think that it might be best to have it actually go and like line up here. It's also refill the grass just in case that doesn't grow. Well, of course it would grow, but just in case timing somehow just is really evil. Boom, boom, boom is how that works. And then right here it's boom, boom, boom. Yep, that's correct. And it also works really well because it lines up right next to the waterfall. I didn't really want it to be that close, but I say it will work. Cover up all of that glowstone because it doesn't add to the build. That's also a good point. Technically, we could also just have it like have a rim like this. I'm not sure if I like that or not. It's hard for me to say. I kind of like the flatness. We'll probably experiment with that later. Man, I terraformed just to get rid of it. I don't know, that seems like it's pretty smooth. It's like a little curve. Almost like it's like sloping. I'm not sure if I'm building it correctly. So it's boom, boom, yeah. It goes boom, boom, boom. Then boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, good. Curvature all centered. And now what we can do is we can offset it. Right there. I still really wish that like the flying wasn't so broken in like this update though, just because like I'm not sure if you've noticed it, like if you've been in creative at all, but like for some reason, whenever you fly around, like it happens randomly, but sometimes you just end up slow or flying really slowly, like right now, I think, because like I'm trying to sprint right now, but it's doing nothing. It's like I just like am at a very fixed pace, and it just doesn't really work. It's only like when you fly back up and down again do you actually get to go faster and do all that stuff. It's relatively consistent when it starts like failing, but I just wish it didn't. And that is that. I wonder if I'm pretty sure this place would actually look a lot better with this. Did I ever even finish the inside of this? Nope. I just immediately went to the outside without even a second thought. Okay, let's go back in here. Yep, sometimes slow, sometimes fast. Hopefully that's something that gets fixed. I should probably actually go on to the bug tracker. I haven't done that in a really long time. And like go on to like the Bedrock edition bugs and report that if it's not reported already, and just upvote it if somebody else has done a bug report on it, because I mean to sometimes. That was not a slap. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably have like one consistent test world that I use. I feel like I won't actually really make it until the Nintendo Switch comes to the Bedrock Edition, or Bedrock Edition comes to the Nintendo Switch, I should say. Because like that's one world that's like I probably would want to test Realm or something that would like convert over and be able to have like on all of my devices. At the moment, I have the normal, like, Nintendo Switch version, which helps me a lot. I don't have the Pocket Edition. I decided that I was just going to wait for the Nintendo Switch to release it, and hopefully it ends up being a more stable version of the game than when Xbox released. Even though Pocket Edition is substantially cheaper than like any version of the game on any other platform. And bam. I think that's the same as the other side. Yep. And now, magic lights come to me. So I never created the magic lights. Just what one could hope. Yeah. We will see how it works out. I think that it'll be a lot better just from what they were saying, the Minecraft publicity team. But yeah, I guess no one will know until the 20th or 21st of June, because that's when it's coming out. Magic. Nope. No problem. I don't know. That was an interesting message there. quoting Neil Armstrong. I mean, I'll admit that it is actually kind of fitting for a space-themed map, though. So you even got like a spaceship over there. It totally looks like a spaceship from this angle and this distance. Yeah, it looks a lot better from the inside. It's not meant to be looked at from the outside. But yeah, I do like the different like space theme looks that we have going on over here. Alright, so now that we got the inside basically done, I mean, although I probably should work on like getting the pathways done on the outsides. Then we have a shape. Can you join? Probably not, unfortunately. Right now, yeah. It's like, right now I'm kind of, I'm mainly a solo builder at the moment. Like, especially Aztec Labs, I kind of wanted to like have the entire map that I would be able to just handcraft myself. I'm also just trying to experiment with command blocks. It's not necessarily like I'm trying to get the project done really quickly. It's like I'm just trying to do a off-brand map from the Aztec Lab series to see, oh, what kinds of things can I do? Like, maybe I can use a command here and be all like, okay, like, give me a pickaxe that can destroy these types of blocks, and see if that kind of a system can work for the future. It's like, it's just kind of fun, honestly. I enjoy trying to be able to make that kind of stuff. Let's see here, though. I want the outside of this place to be cool looking. Is this normal on this side? I mean, I think it's parallel. Can I join and just watch? I mean, you kind of are joined and just watching right now on the live stream. Because it's the point of YouTube. Broadcast yourself. It is kind of nice. There's not really much to see. I mean, if I guess I could just show you like this thing on Minecraft. I know. So if we go inside here, because I mean, right here, if you would load up this world for the first time, this block right here is where you'd spawn in. I would probably like TP you over to, well, actually you wouldn't even need to TP over to me. There's actually already a command block set out for that. But yeah, just over here's the beginning of the map. If I actually like go in, and I cannot see any of my settings. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. Time set midnight. Right here is the beginning of the map. It's modest. It's definitely like a small opening that I'll probably have like some books for. But yeah, kind of a interesting style. I like the paintings. Why, thank you. I've been like I'm going to admit this right now. I've been like avoiding trying to pronounce your name because I'm like worried I'd offend you. Is it Roya, or is it Raya, or like something kind of similar to that? Maybe you could like type out the phonetics. But yeah, it's like I kind of like this ship design when I first came up with it. And bam, see, once you like go through the teleport module, it says teleported soldiers successfully. And yeah, you kind of end up in this whole entire area, which is nice. And turns into day as well. So enough sidetracking. So let's figure out like what kind of blocks would best work with this structure right here. Man, it's interesting how we were just able to build this in one stream. I'm kind of impressed with myself, to be fair. I'm not normally the type to do this. So let's just clear my inventory here, though. I can keep that. Well, actually, I don't even need to keep that pickaxe just because I have a command block that can give it to me. I'm keeping these things because I'm almost thinking that maybe I could like pay a tribute to Bungie and like hiding skulls throughout the map, and emeralds could be a really cool currency. Ruya. Okay. So, Ruya. I'm pretty sure that that's how it is. Guess I didn't join. Yeah, I'm kind of sorry about that, dude. It's like, it would be nice to be able to show around you to the map, but it's like, right now, in the middle of a stream, it's just kind of like, it's just a little bit difficult to get like the stuff all good, you know. Had my name pronounced in many ways. I can understand that. Yeah. Some modded version. Oh, if you're like on modded, you're probably like on the Java edition. Because Golem, right now I'm on the Bedrock edition, which is like has different menus and stuff. It's basically the version that's like cross-play between the Pocket Edition, Xbox, Nintendo Switch is coming later this month, as well as Windows 10 players. No, Pocket? Oh, so you're like on a mod version of Pocket. Okay. It's pretty good. So let's see here. Daylight sensors. Oh. I don't know why that like intrigued me so much right then. Okay. It's interesting. I mean, you wouldn't see them much from up here is the problem. Maybe. If I could just do this. I'm not sure if it works. I'm just more like experimenting at the moment with like making this place look a little bit more interesting. You have a question? All right, tell me or ask me. Not tell me. Tell me a question. Ask me the question. Do you know the way? No. And no, I don't need to find the way either. Man, such an outdated meme at this point. It was nice to see it go, but you know, at the same time, it does have a small, like a little, it has its own like studio room in my hotel, in my mind hotel. I was trying to find a way that these things would kind of match up with the ground more because it seemed kind of weird that they were sitting on top of it. It's almost like the textures kind of merge a little bit, you know, the piston head and that. I kind of like it. I'm not sure like what you guys think, but it's just a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of nice. Mycelium, coral. I doubt. Actually, can you even place coral blocks in air without them dying? Oh, you can. Okay. I didn't. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. Never mind. You can place them, but they die very quickly. Ice. Oh, I recognize this song too from one of my trailers. I think it was from my second trailer. Are you saying like that you like these like little thingies like here, Ruya, or is it like that you're saying you like the music? Because I mean, the music also just kind of like caught on. But I mean, with your lag, I think that you would be talking about this. But you know, either way, I kind of like both. I like the music and those. But yeah, Golem, like what version? Like, what do you mean? Like, what kind of version you are on? End crystal. Actually, I'm afraid to place this because I'm wondering if it like ruins the scenery. I'm gonna like put it over here. Can I put it here? Oh, I can't. Oh, it probably needs to be like on Bedrock or something. Whatever. I don't care. Minecraft P. Are you on like the beta program then? Like I'm not. I'm definitely not on like the normal betas, but yeah, it's like. Okay, yeah. So you do like these. Yeah. That's what I assumed. So I definitely can sign up for the beta program, but it would also kind of get me, not allow me to do realms, which is a little bit of a problem when I make videos on the Craftaway server. So, wait, actually, let's look at these again because I think that these actually could work in some ways, like right here, perhaps. Yeah, because they do that. I'm not gonna like try and guess your age, dude. It's like I'm not really. I don't know. Honestly, I just kind of want to focus more on the stream right now. If I do that, it looks a little odd. If I do like a block, I don't know. It's like I kind of like it, but 11 on June 20th. Ah, well, or maybe it's a little bit early for a early happy birthday, but either way, it's like hope you enjoy it. Definitely nice to grow older. It's like my birthday was actually the day that Aztec Labs released the adventure map I was working on for the longest time. Is this... I think that this is the best place for it. It gives it a little bit more variation, but also at the same time... I kind of like these, but they also cut off a little bit. What if I just keep on like continuing... Well, if I keep on continuing the pattern, this happens. Hope I get an Xbox 360. Honestly, if I'm to give you like my opinion, I would get like either an Xbox One or a Nintendo Switch. Well, I guess the Xbox 360 is cheaper. That's true. But it's a little bit older of a console at the same time. It's just like not very many games are going to be coming out for it, and that's just what I would suggest. I think the Nintendo Switch might be a little bit cheaper, but the Xbox One also has some pretty good deals going on right now. Especially since you'd be able to get Minecraft Bedrock on the Xbox One. Alright. I don't know why I keep looking at these things. I just like am mesmerized. I'm wondering if... Nah, the darker version's better. I was like, immediately I was just thinking, maybe like light time or daytime. Light time. Maybe daytime would end up working. But it's like, nah, honestly, the dark time. Dark. Oh, man. Please. Oh, that was awful. That was light. I keep saying light time and dark time. Okay. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of that. Let's go back. Let's go back to the game. Man, that was just probably one of my worst derps in a long time. So, what are your guys' opinions on the corners? Because the one problem I have with the corners is that there's a lot of lines in one area. Because it's like 4 lines when you're looking at it from this angle. I mean, over here it's only 2, but at the same time it's a little thick. Well, it's good to hear you care about me, Golem. Oh, actually, what would really be good is getting the corners. I feel like that would be a good deal. I hate the slowness. Is that too much? What did I do on the other side? Is that symmetrical? I can't see from this angle. Right here. I think that's symmetrical. Yeah. It kinda works. But then I kinda need to like do it here too. And then it almost seems a little bit too busy. Like almost it's not natural. Could add at intervals, like... Are you saying like trying to add them like this or something? Is that where you're trying to say, Ruya? I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're saying, but it's like because like of course you're saying for a different block, but either way, like... Looks like it. Okay. I'll check something out. Maybe the furnaces. Maybe, like, we were looking at that before. Stonecutter. Well, I mean, if you use it like that, I almost need to, like, do an angle to make it go inward. I'm not certain. I forget what the side of the dropper looks like, but I think that was good. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, wait, what happened to it? What just... Oh, right, it needs to be, like, actually facing that direction, so... Well, actually... Yeah, right there. And then... Boom. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about like the turtle shells coming in the new beta. I haven't really looked too far into it, but now that I'm looking at it, it almost doesn't look right. I mean, I almost don't want it to be on the ground because I do like the trim still. Wonder if there's a different block. What's an observer look like? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Which side's the observer? Is this the face? I guess this is the face. So when you say nice, Ruya, are you talking about the droppers then? Like, do you actually enjoy that look? Because, I don't know, I'm kind of a little bit questioning on it. Maybe it's that I need to, like, actually, like, change these two. Because the problem is I'm also, like, combining both looks. Come on, face the direction. Don't do that. There you go. Wait, that one's not facing the right direction now. There we go. I was like so concerned about like this one that I just didn't even see the ones on the ground. Although the ones on the ground now. Maybe it's that the whole entire building needs an outline. I like change one thing about the structure and then I'm all like, oh, and the whole entire thing needs an overhaul. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for it, I don't think, actually. Just because the grass seems to be like digging into it a little bit. Yeah, and try different looks. I guess what I could do, because that's a good point in trying different looks, is that I probably should try different looks. So I could do this. Oh, I mean, if you ignore that part, that already looks like we're starting something. And then like maybe, could I have like two in the middle? Would that look right? I'm already liking the look of that, actually. A lot more than that. Although it needs something else. It does need something else. Like it needs some sort of other block to bring it together. Would the block of quartz actually be the solution? I mean, I hid the rest because I couldn't make patterns out of them. It's like it was just basically a dead end if I tried to use those like that. But if I do it like this, oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, let's get rid of these. I'm not sure what to do about the corner bits, but all I know is that this is the start. That definitely looks better. Oh man, the problem with using my royalty-free music is that all of this music I've used in like various videos over time. It's like it's just it's very much like nostalgia trip-ish. Well, not nostalgia, I guess. It's relatively recent stuff. That 1-2, yeah, that's 1-2, and I'll fix that dropper a little bit. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. Is the chat in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen too small, do you think? Like, do you think you can't really read the text very well? Just as like a side note, like into all this, yeah, this is definitely looking good. I like the look of that. Not sure if the sides need anything, especially since this side's going to be kind of with the waterfall anyway. But yeah. If we have fences, we should have the, well, I don't know if it needs fences, but I'm just going to try it out anyway. Birch, yeah, birch is what the fence. Oh, I was like, that's the reason I didn't recognize it, because it's the weird texture again. It uses like the, oh wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can read on my screen. Okay, that's a good thing. It's like I've got like the chat on the side like as well, just because I'm not looking too much at the stream chat like on screen. That's more like a thing that will be good for like the future and like being able to see when I receive the messages and all that kind of stuff. But oh, I forgot it's the update aquatic. I was like about to place it thinking, oh, it's not going to work. It's like it does because yeah. No, yeah, go on. That it definitely is like a it is a little bit of a sucky thing, but it's like I'm definitely not going to discriminate against anyone who has like those kinds of like disorders at all. It's like I'm a pretty open person, honestly. I never got rid of this. The one thing I could say is that like just don't um I'm trying to come up with profound advice while building at the same time. Let's just like stop for a second. So probably the most important lesson of the day. This is the annual Frontline Streams piece of advice is that never really change anything about yourself just because like other people think that it's like standard for you to be like a certain way. It's like honestly, it's a lot better just to be yourself. In many ways, like being able to express yourself is like one of the beauties of life. And I was on a streak and I lost it. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Like never really think that anything is just terrible just because you're like different. Because like your differences like make you who you are. Let's see here. I almost want this to come forward a little bit more. If did my music stop? Oh, we played through all of the music. I don't have that much music apparently. Okay, let's continue the playlist. Which one do we want to start on? I think Cruising Through Life was a good one. Yeah, I like Cruising Through Life. All right, let's play that. I like that. Does it need anything else? I feel like I only just noticed that we never really did any. We never even talked about the fences. If I'm to be completely honest, I don't mind the fences, but do they add anything? That's the one question. Do the fences add anything? And that's kind of what I'm struggling with. I kind of like them, but if they're not anywhere else on the building, you know. Now I can tell that the stream delay is quite large just based on the fact that I feel like I said that comment on the music a while back and now it kind of goes through. I'm wondering if I should like change my latency settings so that like it ends up being like not as much of a stream delay because I know that's a setting. It's just that it also sacrifices a little bit of video quality at the same time. So who knows? I might change that in the future. This kind of needs to be a border. At first I was kind of debating it. Now I just think that it probably really should be a border. That's good enough. I mean, it does add a little bit of texture. I will admit that. And after time, honestly, this little bridge staircase thing has grown on me. It's like I'm glad I came up with like the vision in my head for it, because I was all like, I feel like that would work. Half of me thinks that maybe it could have an arch, but at the same time, it makes it look more industrial, it being flat. Because if it had an arch, it looks a little bit too classical. Like, that's classical architecture. This is like future stuff. But, yeah. Looks nice with the border. Yeah, alright. That's definitely a good thing. So, yeah. Awesome. I keep getting sidetracked. What's that, chimney? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It just looks like a little house, and I was all like, what's that, chimney? Does this work? I mean, it at least shouldn't go as far as it does, if I'm going to keep it. But at the same time, I'm almost thinking, it doesn't really fit into the rest of it anymore, like it used to. Like back on the space station that was over there, the birch planks. Birch planks have to be one of my favorite like textures, but like it only works in certain locations in certain directions. So I forget what blocks of quartz look like from the bottom. Let's if only add the same texture at the top and the bottom. I mean, it would be a little bit more boring of a block, but it would also be a little bit more consistent. I think we're just going to have to stick with it being the plane. So, alright. I'd say this place is looking mighty fine. Maybe we could modify this a little bit just to make it fit a little bit better. And then we can have the grass blocks over here. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. If we're going to have that be grass block, the rest needs to... No, I didn't say... I don't even want to say her name, because I know that it's just going to open up the menu again. I should probably disconnect my, like, connect. Like, I never use it. I mean, it's more like, it's always a burden whenever I activate the voice commands with the connect more than anything. But yeah, I'd say that's good. Yeah, for now at least. Yeah, looking good with the overall design. Yeah, I would say so. It's like I definitely wanted to like have a little bit here. It's like I definitely knew that like the staircase did need a little bit of work. I just don't. It's hard to transition from this into the grass. They are very contrasting, but at least having like a border and stuff, it kind of makes it like seem as though it's on a foundation or something. So that I do like about it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. Don't say that. I only just realized that that was text chat and that would have no way of activating it, but that like scared me for a second. I have no idea if like Cortana even has like the like sassiness, like if you try to insult her like Siri does. I remember like multiple like Apple users having that kind of thing where it's like they try and tell off Siri, and then it's like, oh, um, it's like she just says, oh, well, insult back at you. Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm not that good at improv. So anyway, let's should we let's continue the stream a little bit more. I'm having a good time myself. I was going to end it, but I feel like right now we could just continue it on for just a little bit longer. If we at least connect these two tubes and like have a room in between them, I would say that that would be a good end to this thing. The problem is this thing right here, because it's a little bit in the way. Like, we can't have anything built past this point. So I'm probably going to need like another hallway leading here. Gotta move faster. There we go. I haven't tried telling off Cortana. Actually, should we do it on stream? I say I'm going to do it. I'm trying to think of a good insult. You guys, come up with a good insult. It's like I'm like going to tell off Cortana, like after you guys try and like respond to that. See what the stream's able to come up with here. Because I feel like that'd be kind of funny. Very standard hallways, definitely a little bit different dimensions than what I normally do, but it's better not to do the same dimensions all the time. Thinking of one. Done. What kind of like a capsule were you building anyway, Golem, though? Like, I never really asked. I meant to ask, but I kind of forgot about it. A rocket capsule. Ah, nice. Is that why you went into the stream, like, bursting out, like, the small step for man and stuff? This is something you get sassy about. I mean, I'm like an old Halo player, like, because I used to love that. I don't know why I'm doing solid blocks, but yeah, I used to like play that game a lot. It's like, it'd be funny if like you just like told Cortana like, hey, like I liked you better when you were British or something like that, because she actually used to be, which is the reason why a lot of her lines are so weird back in the day. Like in the first Halo game anyway, and then they changed the stuff, and her dialogue was a lot more American by the end of it. Tire rocket. Ah. Well, that's still pretty cool. I probably should build like more realistic stuff myself, like have a little bit more practice in that kind of a thing. So anyway, Golem, how did you be able to find the stream anyway? Was it like you saw the Twitter announcement, or you just like browsing YouTube Gaming, or what kind of stuff were you doing there? Because I'm kind of curious. It's like I know that Ruya was here because of the Craftaway Discord, but it'd be interesting to kind of know like how I attract my audience like in that kind of way. Looked up Minecraft? Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's like, this is my first time, like, well, not my first time streaming. I have streamed on Twitch before, but on YouTube, like, this is my first time streaming on that platform. So, I was kind of wondering, like, if everything like was kind of working out in a way that it all did the games good and stuff, and then my title was all updated. My thumbnail I don't think is updated, but I don't really have a good custom thumbnail to use for this video. It was kind of an off-the-cuff moment that I wanted to stream. It was just like, I have time today to stream, why not? I'll definitely want to stream more in the future, but yeah. Haven't gotten into it too much. I'm also half certain that my game audio isn't working, but because whenever I'm placing blocks and breaking them, I'm not really hearing it, but who knows how it turns out. Like sometimes my Elgato just kind of doesn't, it doesn't function as stably as it used to. Although it never really functioned that stably. It's just, it's worked, and it's not had bad video and audio quality over the... Actually, it has been over a year since I've gotten that thing. Man. It's a really old like device that I have. If it ever breaks, I'm probably just going to upgrade to using the Elgato Pro, though, instead of using the HD60S. I mean, if by that point I actually have money. The HD60S is still the cheapest version you can get right now. Or, well, the cheapest version that has 60 frames per second and all the stuff that I would want it to have. Does this meet in the middle? Yeah. And honestly, I'll probably take away the link to the stream on the Discord eventually here. Just because it'll be an unlisted video that... Well, actually, now that I think about it, if it's unlisted, then people would still be able to see it. But either way, I'm probably just going to be able to upload it to my Behind the Frontline channel. It's not necessarily... I don't think that uploading these streams onto my gaming channel is going to be my goal in the future. It's like these streams are fun, but it's not necessarily like my main like source of content. Are these symmetrical? These can't be symmetrical. Because right here, if we go to the middle, actually maybe it's 1, 2, 3 blocks away. 1, 2, 3 blocks away. They are symmetrical. Okay. Well, I mean, I think they line up, but they're kind of a little bit awkward. Because I could make it like just a flowing hallway, because obviously right here we have like enough that right here's another bit and here's another bit. But of course then it doesn't connect into one room unless, hold on a minute, unless we do this. Yeah. It's like I'm just glad that they can fit together. It's like they definitely shouldn't be farther apart, because the whole entire building isn't meant to be lopsided. I was thinking, did I like mess this entire thing up? Because I was like really afraid that like this whole entire building like just somehow like was like further away on that side, but I guess I was just seeing things earlier. But if I do this, technically people will be able to like go on either side, and then it'll be like a room here. I'll have to figure out what goes inside it. Sometimes I build without a plan, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm hoping that this time it's one of those times that it does work. Has the music really stopped again? I swear we didn't go through the whole entire playlist that time. Like, that was not even close to how long the playlist lasted the first time. Joys of Life. Nah, let's not do that. Let's do one that... let's just... play? Okay, yeah. We'll go with this one. I guess me looking at the music probably should have been a good time on for me to use like the please hold screen that I used earlier in the stream. But yeah. I mean, you don't need me to like keep on guessing what you added. It's like, I would prefer if you just kind of like told me, but yeah. The music's, I'll have to figure it out. Groove music isn't necessarily my main like music source for anything, but solar panels, hey, I got those too. They're over here, and yet they're not being used for anything solar panel related. But yeah, I just wish I had like my oh, I forgot what it was called, but it was like something on Linux, where it's like I really loved the media player that came prepackaged with Ubuntu. But like, unfortunately, well, if I'm running Ubuntu, then I can't really be streaming on Windows 10 now, can I? I mean, the good thing I found about like the slow moving, like flying and stuff, though, even though it's really slow, it's like I think it's the one way that I'm able to like just hold down the button and like place down redstone and all that stuff. Because otherwise, if I'm just like going around and like doing all that kind of stuff, it's really hard for me to be able to place down blocks and without like experiencing some sort of lag that doesn't allow me to have all of them down. Anyway, they all come to one room, and maybe like there's armor stands on the walls, perhaps, like different weapons and stuff that can be used like by the I still have a really terrible name for the like, because I already wrote out some of my story. It's not like I have much story for this map, but it's like if I just kind of look at my notes, like I basically just called them the Space Corps, and like it's kind of a lame like filler name, that really should be changed by the end of the map. Space Core is, I mean, it's all right, but it just seems so generic that I wouldn't be surprised if some other like universe already has the name the Space Core, you know. It's amazing how much of this music really does work well as background music. A lot of it I definitely have worked into having it like be like its own separate thing, but a lot of this stuff is just like very relaxing, like zen filled, like just adventure, like adventurous, like it's hard to describe, but yeah. Bored. I am making this room extraordinarily dark. Okay. After I do this room, I'm not sure if I'll decorate it in this stream. Maybe I should. I probably should. Ah, man, dang it. But it's definitely the point in the stream where it definitely has been going on for quite a while. It'd be a good time to end it just after this room is built. And it's too far. Let's add these. I never punched things in the ground for these, so let's do that. Because this is, well, mostly because I've learned my lesson from Aztec Labs. It's like I've been trying to like use as little blocks as I can, because the more blocks you use, the higher the file size of your map it becomes. And I don't really want a map that is like 150 megabytes, just like Aztec Labs was. I mean, I'm never going to be able to fill in that many blocks myself, but either way, I like definitely want like small file-sized worlds to be able to be exported eventually. And there we go. I mean, I can't make the stream last forever, Golem. Unfortunately, it's like I'll probably, well, I still need to do a little bit of work. It's not like I'm ending it right now. It's definitely will end soon, but at this point, I definitely need to rest my voice. I almost need like a little bit of water just after this whole entire large session. And okay. Lit up. Lots of slabs. Because slabs are transparent, if you didn't know. Allow you to have light in without anyone knowing where the light comes from. Yeah. I mean, I kind of dug myself into a pit with Aztec Labs. I like mapped out the whole entire jungle. and like, I didn't know I was going to build an adventure map at the time. That's actually kind of the funny part about it. It was just like, after a while, I just started like building a jungle village. But the please hold thing. Oh, I guess that's also a good point. Yeah, I should probably do that right now. I'll probably do some like finishing touches and then, but yeah. Yeah, I did think about doing that before, but I was all like, whatever. I don't know. I almost didn't want to, just because it's a little bit, it interrupts the flow of the stream. Maybe I won't do it too much in the future, but I guess if you insisted, I might as well take a drink and do that. So anyway, this is the shape. I want to check over here to see, well, it shouldn't be visible. Actually, there's no way that's visible. If that's visible, we have a problem. Because it's kind of right in the middle of everything. Maybe I can add more rooms even? Like I could add like more hallways and other stuff. I don't know why I put inside of it, but it would be kind of nice to see that. Because over here, obviously, it's like, if it doesn't extend past the sides of the walls, it shouldn't really be a problem. Kind of interesting how that thing flows. I know this is totally off topic, but I want to do it before my mind forgets, is that like over here on this waterfall, it looks so blocked off in the back. And I was like thinking, over there it's not blocked off at all. It's just done like this, so that it looks as though the river flows backward and stuff, you know? Like it keeps on going off in that direction, like there's some like pokey out bits, but the river is supposed to continue on. I like the look of that. But yeah. Nonetheless, this is the progress we made in the stream. I was really thinking we would, well, this honestly was a lot of progress, if I'm being completely honest. It took a while for me to come up with this design, but the logos in front really look cool. And eventually I'll probably even be able to design the banners for this place, because I think that will also look quite nice, because it will like give it more of an official feel, like, oh, this is like sanctioned by the space military, and that like it's a base that is outposted in this area. And then we'll also have like other like local village houses, which have to be in a different style. I can't keep like using that block palette for it. But yeah, I say this was a quite successful stream. And I will have to see you guys all in the next one, because I think that I am going to end it here. I'm going to clear my inventory here just temporarily. So yeah, I know that Ruya, you're a little bit delayed on the stream, but I'm still going to end it here anyway. And then eventually, once the stream catches up, then you'll be able to see it. But yeah, I will see you both, or well, I'll still be streaming at some point in the future. I'll try and like see when that happens. Golem, if you want to subscribe as well as you, Ruya, it's like that would be very nice, because then you'd be able to be notified of my new content whenever I do stream, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, for now, I'll see you guys all later. Bye.